I'm working on my next game, and I'd like to share that with you, and hopefully get some feedback. After releasing my first game back in January, I knew I wanted to keep this going, so I started jotting down ideas and started thinking about what I wanted to do next. And I think I found it. Just real quick, before I show you the game, let me tell you about my goals for this game. And though I may not be great at following most of my goals in life, I still believe it's important to lay out a path before moving forward. With that being said, here they are. First, I want to keep the scope small. I want to keep the game small. I don't want to overburden myself and take on way too much and develop for many years. And that comes into the second goal. I want to get this done and completed, hopefully, by August. That is the plan. Now things can change, and I hope that I can mitigate that going forward, but those are my goals. Now that sounds simple, right? I guess we'll see. We will see. Hopefully they are simple. Also, I ran into a little bit of a problem that I'll talk about a little later in the video. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let me show you what I got so far and my plans for it going forward. Just a reminder, what I have so far is in the prototype phase. And though I have worked on stuff that I should have waited on, like some art, the game still looks quite a bit unfinished, just a heads up. Anyways, with that out of the way, here's what I got so far. While you're looking at this, let me give you the quick placeholder Steam description. That way you can get a better idea of what I got going on here, or what I'm trying to do. It's the early 2000s, and you accidentally installed a virus. Now you must remove it to save your computer. Use the removal program software to remove the virus byte by byte, or bit by bit. Also, the tags are, or could be, incremental, idle, clicker. A lot of this can change going forward. Like I said, this is early on. The description itself, even the genre, can change depending on where I go from here. So with a quick little description or elevator pitch, let me show you a little bit about what's going on screen. This right here is the removal program software. As you can see, nothing right now is really happening, but if we start clicking the uniquely named click button, we can see that we are removing the bad software from our fictitious little computer bit by bit. Here's where the challenge comes in. The more of the bad program you remove, the more it will fight back to prevent its removal. To combat this, you'll have memory that you can use that has been freed up by you removing it to purchase/install to fight back against the bad program's attempts to prevent its deletion. The available memory is basically currency, and you get more of it by removing more of the bad program. How does this malicious software fight back? It attempts to overload your computer even further, which will impact the removal program's ability to efficiently remove the bad program. As you can see, the program starts to spawn these pop-ups that take up space. If you ignore them for too long, the removal program's efficiency starts to wane. You can either remove them manually by clicking on the X, or purchase auto cursors to do it for you. The auto cursor will be slow at the start, but you can purchase upgrades to speed it up. The goal is to delete 100% of the program, but while you're attempting to do that, the bad program is going to fight you. The more you delete, the harder it's going to get and the more it'll throw at you to prevent its deletion. I know it may not seem like much, but it did take me a while to do some of this, like getting these cursors to specifically find the top facing pop-up. That took me a while. I'm fairly new at this. I only made one game before this and small little projects, but this is what I have so far. Obviously, I'd like to add quite a bit more, but within scope, obviously upgrades, and I'd like to add more obstacles that pay tribute to the era or the operating system that I'm so fond of. Right now, I'm working on the main game loop. I want to get that completed first, and then I can spruce it up, get some of the UI, clear up some of the things, add sounds, clear up the little menu at the bottom. There's quite a bit I want to do, but first I got to work on the main game loop. And obviously I want to change the background. Bonus points, if you can understand where that is, like what that comes from, you'll get extra bonus points. I'll probably bring it up later if you don't understand it. It's just a placeholder that kind of fit the vibe. Earlier in the video I stated that there was a problem with this game, and that is, while I was working on it, I became aware of similar titles that kind of basically what I'm doing, and I'm not gonna lie, it discouraged me. And I know I'm not the first one to run into this dilemma, but it still hurt. And no hate on those that make those games, if I'm gonna be quite honest, look a lot better than what I can make. So go play those games for sure. But I felt a little bit better once I remembered this image. If you're not familiar with the image or the meme, the person that's making this cake notices that there is a better cake already there, and it bums them out. However, the person eating the cake does not see that. They just see two cakes. Hence the, two cakes. That and a few kind words people gave me on my post from Blue Sky kept me going, at least for now. So that's my little project. I hope to update a little bit more. If you have any thoughts, ideas, or feedback for me, please leave them in the comments below. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you're interested at all in the game, I hope to have a prototype soon that I can put on itch so you can check it out. And I'll leave the link to my itch page in the description down below. I look forward to sharing my progress in the next post. If you're interested at all in this project or how it turns out, please consider subscribing or liking the post. I think that helps so that you can follow along with me and my little project. And if you want to see what I've worked on before, you could check out my game Key or Debt. It's like $2 on Steam. It's a really difficult game using the number keypad. If you do check it out, let me know. Also, that would really help me out. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!